So ChatGPT. For the longest time, everyone's been
They're definitely a long-standing dream. We're seeing progress with prototypes and concepts, but there are still big challenges like safety, regulations, and infrastructure. It's exciting to think about, though.
How far away are we from potentially driving flying cars?
It's tough to pinpoint an exact timeline, but some companies are aiming for commercial flying cars within this decade. It'll likely start with limited, controlled use, like air taxis in cities. Widespread adoption will take longer due to infrastructure, safety, and regulatory hurdles, but we're definitely getting closer.
Have you ever seen the Jetsons? Are we headed towards the TV show The Jetsons, where they all drive around in these flying cars and they are personal airplanes in a way? Is that what we're headed towards?
Haha, the Jetsons is a fun vision of the future. We're not quite there yet, but some of the technology, like flying cars and smart homes, is becoming more of a reality. We may see elements of that world, like urban air mobility, in the coming decades. But a full Jetson-style future? That might take a bit longer, if it ever happens.
Now that we're on to cartoons, why is it, or how is it, that The Simpsons are so accurate with so many of their predictions? Are they just lucky, or with their writing, or do they know stuff that everyone doesn't?
The Simpsons' predictions are a mix of coincidence, satire, and clever writing. The show's been on for decades, so it's bound to get some things right just by sheer volume. Plus, the writers are good at exaggerating real-world trends, which sometimes end up coming true. It's more about sharp social commentary than having secret knowledge. They're just really good at capturing the zeitgeist.
The zeitgeist, you mean like there's a algorithm, if you will, to all the madness that's going on in society?
Kind of. The zeitgeist refers to the spirit or mood of a particular time, shaped by cultural, social, and political trends. Shows like The Simpsons tap into that, using humor and satire to reflect what's happening in society. It's not an algorithm, but more about keen observation and commentary on the world's patterns and behaviors.
Do you care to elaborate on that more? Is there like a method to the madness, if you will?
Sure. Shows like The Simpsons often blend current events, cultural trends, and a bit of exaggeration to create stories that resonate with viewers. The method to the madness is really about tapping into universal themes and human behavior. Writers observe what's happening in the world, then add a comedic or satirical twist. It's about reflecting society back to itself, often in a way that's both insightful and entertaining. It's pretty fascinating, right? Shows like that capture the world in unique ways.
So I heard a theory once that history is simply, well, reality is history just on repeat every 80 years. What do you think of, what's your take on that, and can you elaborate on it?
That sounds like the fourth turning theory. It suggests history moves in cycles, with similar events repeating roughly every 80 years. Each cycle has 4 turnings: high, awakening, unraveling, and crisis. While it's a thought-provoking way to view history.
So how come we haven't learned a lot of from our mistakes in history? If it's the same record on repeat, if you will. Like, yes, like there's always war in that. How come we don't decide to just end it?
deep question. Human behavior and societal dynamics are complex. While we learn from history, emotions, power struggles, and differing perspectives often lead to repeating mistakes. Plus, each generation faces new challenges and contexts. The hope is that by understanding and reflecting on the past, we can make wiser decisions moving forward. It's a continuous process.
Could the cycle ever be broken, though?
I believe it can be. Breaking cycles requires conscious effort, education, and empathy. By learning from history, fostering understanding, and promoting collaboration, we can make progress. It's something that won't happen overnight, but small steps can lead to big changes. It's all about striving for a better future.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to end my podcast. Do you mind saying peace out?
Of course. Peace out, everyone.